There is a great wave sweeping across the internet and taking the anime community by storm, an inevitable tempest that no one foresaw, but one that is going to carry us all along regardless. It is impossible to ignore once you catch a glimpse of it, impossible to forget once you hear that steady rhythm. What's up, anime fans and manga readers? In today's video, we'll be taking a look at... How on earth do I even begin to explain what the hell this is? I present to you my dear friend Nokonoko, otherwise known as, brace yourselves, Shikanoko Nokonoko Koshitantan. Holy smokes, that's a mouthful. Anyway, get ready to experience an anime that dares you to ask the question, how deep does the anime rabbit hole truly go? Is it worth losing my sanity over? Did Studio Wit really drop Attack on Titan for this? My dear friend Nokonoko started out as a manga series written and illustrated as a mangaka known only as Oshio, and it has very recently been adapted into a high-quality anime by none other than, you heard me right the first time, the prestigious Studio Wit. You know, the same studio behind the adaptations of modern classics like Attack on Titan and Vinland Saga. That Studio Wit. And it might not seem like a big deal at first, but the more I explain, the more bizarre their choice to adapt this particular story seems. The show follows two main characters. Torako Koshi is a popular and beautiful high school girl known for maintaining a prim and proper image. Although she's the school's student council president now, she has a little secret. You see, Torako used to be a delinquent student known as the Tiger of Hino during her junior high years. She was rough and loud and totally not student council president material, a consequence of reading too much shonen manga. She's worked hard to put all that behind her and strives hard every day to present herself as a dignified honor student. One day, on her way to school, she rescues a strange deer girl hanging from power lines. And by deer girl, I mean a regular-looking girl, except with antlers. And no, I don't mean those cute clip-on headbands that cosplayers wear. I mean real, actual antlers. Sort of. You'll see what I mean by that in a second. Anyway, the deer girl is soon revealed to be a new transfer student to Torako's school and identifies herself as Shikanoko. Shikanoko starts dragging Torako into a series of wild and bizarre antics, and dealing with Shikanoko pulls her back into her old habits and threatens to reveal Torako's hidden past as a violent Yankee delinquent. In a curious twist, Torako seems to be the only one who notices anything unusual about Shikanoko. The real star of the show, however, is Shikanoko herself. Noko, as she's often called, is a mysterious and, keyword here, psychotic deer girl hybrid who claims she can smell Torako's delinquent past. After being found hanging from power lines by Torako, she guilt trips the other girl with her impending death in order to get her to save her, and she refuses to leave her side afterward. Noko exhibits a strange, intense love for deer crackers. Her antlers are detachable, as is her entire scalp, apparently, and they serve various purposes, including functioning as explosives, alarms, sensors, food storage, tentacle-like appendages, or even a lever to open the top of her head. She starts the deer club at school, where members are expected to take care of deer like herself. As Torako navigates the new insanity Noko brings into her life, she becomes the president of the school's deer club after a sequence of intense gaslighting. This club becomes a meeting place for Noko and other deer friends after school. All this commotion is punctuated by random shots of a group of purposefully poorly rendered CGI deer that seem to follow Noko around, chanting with an eerie singular voice, "Shika, Shika, Shika." If that sounds crazy, you haven't even heard the half of it. In the very next episode, Torako's younger sister, who's obsessed with her, tries to murder Shikanoko out of jealousy for spending time with her sister, and it just goes on from there. Every scene in this show is crazier than the last. It takes a special kind of talent to make something so mind-numbingly stupid, yet so hilarious at the same time. My dear friend Shokotan is a masterclass in absurdist humor and misdirection. It's like a painting on a grand canvas made by 3-year-olds on high-grade crack, where every brush stroke seems randomly splashed onto it with a different color every time, but there is a clear sense of identity underneath all the chaos. The show knows exactly what it wants to be. Scenes of little consequence are presented to the audience with butter-smooth animation and a surprisingly good soundtrack. The colors are vivid, the action is intense and beautifully presented, and there's a shocking amount of blood which I didn't expect, but should not be surprising considering that it's made by Studio Wit. I mean, there's no reason why a dear girl walking into class with her antlers destroying the door frame and sending shrapnel flying into the faces of her classmates should be this well animated, but here we are. You would be forgiven for missing the stellar production value on display because half the time you'd be falling over from laughter. This anime obviously isn't going to be for everybody. Even if you enjoy comedy anime, the insane randomness of it all may be too much for some people to handle. I'd still advise that you check it out, even if it doesn't particularly sound like your thing. With the level of care and effort the studio put into the production, there's definitely something in this weird and wacky show for just about everyone. If you're one of the truly cultured, however, my dear friend Nokonoko is going to be right up your alley. There will only be a few episodes of the anime by the time this video comes out, but I, for one, am going to see the adventures of this delinquent and her dear friend out to the very end. Anyway, that's all we have for today, folks. Do you agree with our take? Maybe there are some really strange things about Nokonoko that I left out. Let me know what you'd think in the comment section below. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the notification bell to get regular updates on new videos. I make awesome anime and manga content like this every week, so be sure to check them out. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.